scrolling, doom scrolling, whatever you want to call it. I used to be a pro. When I was younger, I thought I was wasting my life away on social media. But it was until I went through a near-death experience that I realized how precious time really is. And that's when I made a promise to myself. I promised I would never take another breath for granted again. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I destroy distractions and build power, because the reality is those apps are not harmless. They're robbing your future. The truth is, there are two forces that influence every single one of us. There's the force of distraction, which pulls us towards instant gratification, comfort, and pleasure. And then there's the force of power, which pulls us towards uncomfortable growth and delayed gratification. You can think of it like a game. The game of life is full of choices where we have to decide whether we're going to follow the force of distraction or the force of power. So let me tell you about a day in the life before I destroyed my distractions. Back then, my mornings started off innocently enough with a quick scroll through TikTok while eating breakfast. But then it turned into an hour of endless scrolling, watching videos of people dancing, lip syncing, and showing off their expensive cars. Before I knew it, I felt sluggish and unmotivated, so I decided to take a nap. Only problem was, I didn't set an alarm, and I ended up sleeping for 3 hours. After waking up, I found myself scrolling through social media again, feeling even more anxious and depressed than before. Then I started binge watching Netflix, show after show, season after season. As the evening approached, I realized I hadn't accomplished anything and felt overwhelmed with self-loathing. Eating dinner was another opportunity to scroll through social media. After that, I spent hours texting friends, playing video games, and procrastinating. And finally, right before bed, I did some more scrolling. It seemed like no matter what I did, I couldn't escape this endless cycle. And deep down, I knew I had to make a change. So here's exactly what I did to destroy distractions and build power. Step number 1, get rid of your phone. Let me say it again. Get rid of your phone. Don't worry, you don't need to throw it out the window, but just put it somewhere that you won't see it all the time. Out of sight, out of mind. You can start by putting your phone in another room. If that's too much to ask, at least put it in a drawer or a closet. What's important is that you limit the amount of time you spend around your phone. That way, you won't feel the urge to pick it up every 5 minutes. Your phone shouldn't be in your bedroom either, believe me. I used to be the king of nighttime scrolling, but I changed that. No more late night phone usage. You can use an Amazon Kindle instead if you want to read before bed. Next, stop multitasking. Multitasking is basically a polite way of saying you can't focus. Here's the thing, when you're scrolling through TikTok or Instagram, you're essentially teaching your brain to seek instant gratification. But when you try to focus on something else, like studying or working, your brain will struggle to delay gratification. So, instead of trying to do both things at once, focus on one task at a time. Give it your full attention. This might sound simple, but it's not easy. You'll probably find yourself getting distracted again and again. But over time, with practice, you'll get better at it. Step 3, avoid digital minimalism. You might have heard of the term digital minimalism, but honestly, I think it should be called digital maximalism, because these apps are designed to keep you addicted. The goal is to make you stay on their platform for as long as possible, so they can make money from showing you ads. Remember, you're the product, not the customer. So when you log on to any free app, you're essentially selling your data to advertisers. You know, it's weird how we accept this, but we wouldn't tolerate it happening in any other aspect of our lives. Imagine if someone said, hey, use my service for free, and in exchange, I'll collect all your personal information and sell it to the highest bidder. You wouldn't stand for it. So step 4, replace the habit. You've probably heard the saying, you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. Well, something I learned is that breaking the cycle of distraction isn't easy, but you need to find healthy ways to fill the void left by those apps. Instead of scrolling, go for a walk, listen to music, meditate, learn a new language, or even clean your room. Trust me, when you look back, you won't regret the effort you put in today. But here's the truth. It won't be easy. You'll constantly be tempted to go back to your old habits, but you must resist. Promise yourself to do whatever it takes to become the person you're meant to be. Step 5. Set clear goals. You know, having goals gives you direction. It helps you focus on what's important and makes you feel motivated. Without them, you're just floating through life, going with the flow. So ask yourself, what do you really want to achieve? Maybe it's getting good grades, starting a business, or becoming healthier. Whatever it is, write it down and break it into smaller steps. Setting short-term goals helps you stay on track and makes those bigger dreams seem more achievable. And guess what? When you accomplish those smaller goals, reward yourself, but not with more scrolling. How about a nice piece of steak or a relaxing bubble bath? You deserve it, right? Moving on to step 6, stay accountable. It's all well and good to set goals, but if you don't hold yourself accountable, they're not worth the paper they're written on. Listen, you can't expect to change your life by scrolling through social media. To make real changes, you need to face your weaknesses head on. Look, no one's coming to save you. You're responsible for your own happiness and success. So if you're struggling to stay focused or motivated, reach out to a friend or family member for support. And now for step 7. Focus on the present moment. In our hyper-connected world, it's easy to feel like we're missing out on something. Social media makes it seem like everyone's having more fun, getting more likes, or making more money. But here's the secret. Most people aren't as happy as they appear online. So instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on what you have right now. Be grateful for the little things in life. Take a few deep breaths, enjoy the present moment, and remember, you're not behind. Everyone's journey is different. Now, step 8. Remember why you started. I can tell you from experience that staying motivated is a constant struggle. There are days when you feel like giving up, days when the goals seem impossible. On those tough days, remember why you started in the first place. What was the reason that drove you forward? What were you hoping to achieve? Hold on to that vision. Let it be your guiding light. Might just be the boost you need to keep going. Step 9. Celebrate small victories. We live in a society that often emphasizes the importance of big achievements. But the truth is, those monumental successes are usually the result of countless small victories. See, when you break down your larger goals into smaller ones, each little win contributes to your overall success. So don't overlook the power of small victories. Instead, embrace them, celebrate them. Let them motivate you to keep going, okay? And remember, every small victory brings you one step closer to your bigger dreams, okay? Step 10, keep learning and adapting. Remember, life is a journey, not a destination. Keep learning and adapting along the way. Embrace challenges as opportunities to grow. Learn from your mistakes and keep pushing forward. And above all, believe in yourself. Your potential is limitless. In the end, it's about making a choice. Will you succumb to the distractions of social media and comfort? Or will you rise above and become the powerful version of yourself? Remember, true power lies in your ability to conquer distractions and harness your potential. So destroy the distractions and build the powerful life you're meant to live. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the biggest distraction you're facing right now? Drop a comment below. Also, if you got value from this video, smash that like button. Thank you for watching, and remember, you're just one step away from greatness.